uh, in virtuality, and I have a lot of work to do. And finally, what's been in my playlist this week? I've been really well. I've been watching The Office, like the TV show, and it's good. And that's it. I pass it to, let me see, Durgaras.
Hi, yeah, intentions on the call just really have to do with getting my brain in the work mode. So yeah, my distractions are getting my brain in work mode and my regular job, which I'm finally able to connect to my work computer. And then I guess playlists. I finally got my wife to watch the extended versions of the Lord of the Rings. She'd never seen the Lord of the Rings or know anything about it before, so it was like 12 hours, and she's just like, okay, no more Lord of the Rings. So we got to watch that. I've seen it a bunch of times, but anyway, that was a fun thing to do. So I'll pass it to, I guess, John Jonas.
Thank you, Durgas. Um, I'm sorry, I just get here, so can someone explain me what I had to say?
It's just intentions,
Yeah, it's okay.
distractions, and playlist. Yeah.
Yeah, we usually start with intentions, distractions, and what's been in your weekly playlist. If you're not ready yet, you can pass it and take it on later. It's fine. Let's try that. So you can have a reference for that. Let's pass it to Juanca.
Thanks, Chuy. Hello, everyone. Yeah, my intention for this call is mostly to communicate that I won't be leading the gravity call today, and in in fact, I think that it's better to cancel it because I got my vaccine reinforcement yesterday, and I'm knocked down. So I didn't sleep well the night, and yeah, I don't feel fit to lead a call. So like the things that we have to do in gravity, like reviewing the funding proposal and posting it in the forum, we can do it in the following days. But yeah, I think that today we won't have a call. And no, I haven't been listening to music these days, and I will pass to Manu.
Can I take
Manu.
it, Juan?
Yeah, Septi.
I just want to ask, like, do you want me to get rid of the gravity call in the calendar and also in Discord so people do not get confused?
Yeah, yeah, that would be really cool. And yeah, maybe we could sync on Thursday on or next Tuesday, but today I don't feel like working.
Okay, I just remove it from today, and then if you want to add a day, I just do it. Or you just tell me, or you, I don't know if you can do it yourself, but if you need help, I can help.
Thank you, Septi.
And yeah, intentions, distractions. I have one intention actually. Me with Ivy, we were talking about, like, we were doing analysis, pulling out the data on Discord, Medium, and YouTube, and like we have an issue that says we have to do it again. But my question was, like, is it really helpful, especially like for comms? Like, do you guys think this is something like, are we helping you doing that, or not that so much? Like, I would like to hear from you, especially Chuy, if you think that's valuable for comms or not. And I mean, if it's helpful to build the strategies in the future, I think we can still do it. But if it's not necessary, we don't waste the time. And then music. I'm listening a lot to the Arcane music. Like, the series is amazing, and then yeah, the songs that the series have, just so cool. I'm listening them in bucle. And yeah, I'm sorry for taking it, Mon Manu. Take it.
Yeah, thank you, Septi. I'm sorry, just before Manu goes, what's exactly the concern that you were talking to Ivy about? I couldn't catch that. Sorry.
Oh, okay. It's me and Ivy are just running analysis, pulling the data. You know how many contributors we have in Discord, how many people is watching the videos or Medium. Like we are pulling all that data and putting it into slides. But yeah, I mean, we found the issue, then we just solve it in the board. But yeah, my concern is if that's being useful. I mean, I'm asking it here, but if you, for example, like say, maybe it's not useful for me, I'll ask it again on the Steward. Maybe someone finds it interesting, and then we can do it. But if it's yeah, if no one is looking into that, like I think it's not necessary we do that.
No, let's talk about it. I actually have a call tomorrow morning where I needed some updated data, and I was gathering that information. So it's actually really good to know that that you guys took care of that. So thank you, Septi. Yeah, let's talk about that. I just added it to the agenda. And okay, let's go with Manu.
Cool, thank you, Chuy. Thank you, Septi. Yeah, glad to be back on the grind. Intentions, see where we are with the hotspot. I know I'm working on some documentation. And to get started, distractions, no distractions, and playlists. I've been listening to 90s hip hop playlists underground. Cool. That's it for me. I'll pass it back to you, Chuy.
Okay, let's pass it to John Jonas. Are you ready?
Yeah, thank you, Chuy. Well, my intentions this week is just see how this is moves on. I wanna learn, and it was actually it was a New Year desire to learn more about all of this and involve a little bit more. In my distractions, I vowed Red Dead Redemption 2 and I want to play all day long. So that's my only distraction. And in my weekly playlist, I've been listening to a band named Burns or something like that. They have really cool music, so it's a recommendation. And I'll pass it to Acid Laser.
I already passed, so I think 0 is left.
Yeah, let's pass it to Zero, Mario Rosso, Techno, and Bruce Desk if he wants to give it a shot. But let's pass it to Zero first.
Hello and happy New Year, everyone. Sorry for missing the Twitter thing yesterday. I was like still euphoric from the New Year's Eve. Like I even forgot what day it is, but I'm glad I remembered that so I came to the community call. So my intentions are to get back in the loop, see what's up, what are the plans, what's the energy for this year. Distractions, I'm in my parents' house, so you know how it is. And playlist, I've been listening to the same music in a loop, but I can recommend the TV show that I like. It's called Comrade Detective. It's also on Amazon Prime. It's funny. If you're curious about Romanian culture or something like that. And I'll pass it to Mario Rosso.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Well, my intentions, keep learning. Maybe this time or this year I can contribute something. On my playlist on the weekend, I discovered a new album that blew my mind. It's kind of experimental and ambient music. It's from Alan Watts. I'm gonna put it on in launch. And I pass it to Techno.
Thank you. I'm pretty new in telecommunication working token, so I don't have a sophisticated intentions. My main intention is to learn and get a general idea of what telecommunication is all about, and about the distractions. Depends on distractions from what. I have lots of distraction, both long term and short term distractions. Mainly, I guess, parents in the house, in the way of me focusing on my work and things that I do. And about the playlist, I listen to post rock and some techno music, as my name implies. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you. And I'll pass it to Streamered, I think.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome, Streamer.
Hey.
The question usually starts with intentions and distractions that you have for the call, and we add just something that has been in your weekly playlist.
Yeah, it's my first time. Is it like what we expect from New Year or working group? Sorry for this one, but yeah.
Just for the call, but yeah, if you'd like to, if you have the intention of contributing to the communications working group, you can add that for sure.
Maybe I would start with that one, where I also feel the need for some self-improvement there, for sure. And from this call, I want to learn like wider approach on the designing some tokenomics around social stuff, and I want to actually initiate some and holding myself for some reason. My intention, actually, the projects tried to initiate were all based on intentions, taking intentions over impressions. In the long term, I want to see that that's also valuable thing as a meta level. My distractions are mostly based on not really completing them, things that I asynchronously start or not complete one than the other, or try to create less dependency in time. It caused something. I distracted myself, like leaving them a bit imperfect or whatever, that's not going on fixing the text and stuff, a lot of stuff. That put me in one thing, creating multiple versions of pages, like as is and how society wants default mode and with 3 tabs, and then in the middle consensus mode, and those mostly built like with DAOs and communities content as well. So I was really trying to learn how would be best create those token families and without isolating from each other, because I want to create like for art communities and also genre level abstraction and cause level for activists. But I also know that they are not so different. I mean, that's the whole, like in a holistic way, as I keep looking to problems or not limiting on impact making. And then those challenges, I hope I will find more solution, best ways to, iterate with the community here. I recently got to know Aloysius. yeah, like, so for all that, I was trying to not isolate those, but not create dependency either. Like imagine like a pop or rock token. They are like base tokens actually in genre, and there are also fusion tokens because hey, for then punk rock we need like new unique token, right? In each like adds up and adds up, and also gonna visualize and they're gonna have some metaverse, but not only 3D, like 2D and 3D I think should be given as options and at the same time, and for also like blockchains perceived, like positive perception on that, because like it's a whole discourse going on, like how it's using energy and stuff like that. So like 2D will help that, and accessibility also. I feel like really loads it's a computer making noise. Not also like empathy is like I put really in the center of projects. And now kind of started one thing I want to mention. That's what like I can feel like so exciting for me so far. Creating some DAO of all livings, so like representing trees and identifying on the blockchain, and oracles listening to environment data and some rule sets and contracts with the science community. So like they are represented in the DAO, like all of us. I want to also say that on my profile here, there's AntDAO, like named AntDAO. So like there's a Miro board, and if you wanna, come join, that would be cool. So far, just started yesterday. I also put it on some sovereign nation initiative hackathon and some exhibition. Thank you. That's been like maybe summarizing for some
Yeah, thank
months.
you, streamer. Thank you for sharing this. I would recommend you two calls that I feel that you're gonna find interesting. The first one would be tomorrow's orientation call, which summarizes what each working group does. And
Mhm.
I also recommend you the community call, because I feel that you'll find very interesting projects in our spotlight, which we actually like put on standby. But I think that we're gonna start doing the spotlight again pretty soon. I think after the Commons upgrade, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I feel that you'll find many projects that you'll be interested in. Okay, so let's start with our agenda topics. First of all, I wanted to go through Dework with the rest of the community. This is a new platform actually, and the way we came across it is that Gabi from One Hive actually heard about what we're doing with Teams, and I think that he felt that we could use like a lot of help from this new platform called Dework. So Lonis from this project reached out, and it's just like a really amazing thing and an amazing tool. And we are also having the opportunity to be able to provide like some feedback, and even at some point some customization of the platform, like for example, like admin roles and contributor roles is something that we've been suggesting. So yeah, without any more stuff to say, I wanted to show you what it looks like. And this is the tool that we're going to be using a lot and depending on in Teams. So we still have to set up the Twitter planning and HubSpot teams, because we didn't have a sync yesterday, but with the rest of the teams we did, and it's already set up. So please remember that team syncs on Monday are just key to make all of this work. So please try to don't miss those, because we are also like we're also trying to focus some of the results and the feedback that we get from those things in today's call. So yeah, I wanted to show you. Let's see the animation and video production team. So this first of all, like it is like a ZenHub. It is like a ZenHub board. However, this is integrated with Discord and also with NoSafe and many different stuff. So let me show you really quick. If we set up like a test task, we are able to assign someone. So let's assign Asset Laser. If we don't assign, also contributors can assign themselves, and before actually assigning themselves, they can apply for different bounties. So you get a chance to get to debate like who gets each of these tasks and why. And this is what I like the most. Like you can link this to a NoSafe on XDAI. So you get to actually say like how much the bounty is here and what triggers it. Like you can trigger it whenever a pull request is merged, or you can trigger it manually. So let's create this test task, and let's say that it's already like in review. So admins from each project are able to approve payment, and once this gets approved and goes to done, you can actually like review like manually and provide more details. And this will give each contributor like let's say like a rating that is also good for claiming other future bounties. And you can also have like a queue, and whenever you press a pay now, this gets uploaded as a transaction in the NoSafe. So I also wanted to show this because it's already set up. We set up NoSafes for each of the three teams that synced yesterday, and the lead contributors there are going to be the ones that have access to these funds. So instead of having like one single like multi-sig for the teams DAO, we're going to have different ones for each of them. I feel that this really contributes to just like transparency and to be clear about how funds are being managed. So each of these has different participants in it, and it's also synced with Dework. So there's also something really cool about Dework. This has integration with Discord. So you can link each of the projects to like a specific Discord text channel or thread, and every time a task gets changed, like status or something like that, it gets it sends a notification through their bot to the channel that you're following. So let's say that a contributor is following the translations thread, but not other threads really. So that's where you get all the updates from Dework. So as you can see, like the integration that this tool gives us, it is much better than just like having many things like spread around. And I've been really liking it how it works. So this was the test that I was running actually in the TEC server. So yeah, pretty soon we can integrate this. And I also feel that this tool works perfectly with service DAOs, especially the Team DAO and the Gravity DAO that are going to be a huge part of the TEC after the Commons upgrade. So yeah, I wanted to show this, and also I know that we still have to sync on setting this up for the Twitter planning team and for the HubSpot team. So I think that there is already like Oh, Durgan has replied. Great. So I think Nate, you're the last one from the HubSpot team.
I should be
Let's
on
meet
there
so that
if you
we can.
refresh.
Okay, perfect.
Maybe not.
I think so,
Let
but
me check.
it's okay. We can take care of it. Let's set this up. Let's start like an agenda with some of the goals that we have, and let's set this up because I feel that it's important to have it as ready as possible before the comments upgrade. So, does
Chuy,
anybody else have some? Yeah.
Is this a Gnosis product?
Dework?
Yeah.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I think that they are a separate team. They just have integration with Gnosis Safe, but so far I haven't come across anyone from Gnosis. And we also discussed like some UX issues with Gnosis because we had like some trouble creating some of the multi-sigs on XDAI. It ended up working, but you had to like go into the contract and like get the Gnosis Safe address manually and some stuff like that. So I brought this up and they told me they were gonna like let them know because they're also in touch with them. But as far as I know, the only integration that it really has is creating transactions in the Gnosis Safe. So I don't think that it has like any. Let's say like is this because of let's say like a credentials concern or something like this?
Yeah, a little bit, but just I just wonder if they had the same type of setup as like Snapshot does, and with other protocols. So I'll look into it. It's no worries.
Oh,
it's really awesome tool.
Let's run this test. Let's run this test really quick. I just like assign this test task to Acid Laser. So let's trigger this payment to see. Oh, the payment method is missing. What? But it is connected to. Oh. Okay, I'll report this. I'll report this to the team. But yeah, like this is the kind of test that we are running to see how it works. But yeah, we have previously run a test where we created a transaction, and it still lets you like vote for the transaction before actually approving it. So yeah, I'll like looking at this bug, I'll look into that to just make sure that it doesn't depend on any signatures in the Dework platform. Okay, so
can I say one thing?
Oh, as I mentioned, yes, go ahead, Seppi.
I think like this is an amazing tool, and I wonder like if we could implement it like in the whole TC. Like just today, like me with Ivy, we posted a forum thread talking about like transparency, good practices for working groups related to payments, and I think like with this tool, it would help so much. Like I really would love like the TC using that tool. Maybe it's we could talk it about in this tours call, but if I don't know, like I'm just seeing it and I'm loving in it. So yeah, thank you for sharing.
Yeah,
Same here.
And there's two things that I want to bring up with this from a cultural standpoint is that with something like this, it's really beneficial. I think it's going to work really well. However, we're going to need to come up with things like pricing guidelines for repetitive common tasks, and then have some type of agreement on how a core team or committee would review that work and reward for payment, and maybe come up with something that's a little bit more democratic in the judgment of that work. So those are the two cultural challenges that I see right away. But I think this is an amazing start as far as a tool set for how to reward work and to keep track of work that is currently going on. So great find.
Yeah, I really like that. It basically like you can also connect it to GitHub and just like match it with a repo. So it works very, very similar than HubSpot. But what I love is just the Web3 integration, because like I agree there are some challenges, like having like guidelines for different bounties, but yeah, this could easily integrate with our SendHub board that already has like a for contributors tab tag, and like bounties information can be already like assigned to the task and follow through until it's paid. So yeah, I really like it. Also, it has like the Discord integration, as I was saying. This is actually linked to the test TEC server. I already sent everything to IVIV, so he will take a look as soon as it's ready, so that this like transition can be not like really like disruptive or risk to like misconfigure the server. But yeah, this basically sends notifications to any channel that you add, and this can already add some of the issues in a GitHub repo. So yeah, I'm very very bullish on this tool. There's still a lot of work to do, but the team has just been wonderful, and I know that if we integrate the TEC further with this tool, I'm confident that we are gonna be heard, so that we can help actually to shape how this works. So yeah, I'll be presenting updates and pretty much everything since from Dework. And this is also another thing that I love, like the full board. You can actually like get to see like everything that all of the related projects are working on. So in case there is like a more general concern about just a general overview of what the team DAO is recognizing as a bounty, or just a general sense of the workflow. Thank you for mentioning recurring activities, Nate. I actually wanted to give feedback for this. But yeah, like this kind of stuff, like it's amazing. Like if I tell them today, like, hey, can we set up like any kind of recurring tasks, probably it'll get done by tomorrow. So they've been really amazing at this, and I'm really looking forward to collaborating more with this platform and just integrating it to more tools that we use. So yeah, just really going through the Gnosis saves. I just wanted to mention some of the some of the people that are gonna be part of these saves. I don't know why I see like a general address book, but yeah, the T Academy team is going to be controlled by 3 signatures, which is Anatek, Angie Very, and me. All of the saves, all of the Gnosis saves require 100% of the signatures. And this is also like heavily advising contributors to take care of their private keys, especially those that are new in the Web3 space. So, for example, the animation and video production team with John Jonas and Alan TV. Yesterday, we just onboarded them to, like opening their MetaMask and just good practices around security. So this is something that we are taking in account, and yeah, like as a general like transparency policy, we are trying to implement all of the required signatures. So the translations team, I think, is the one that has more members. It's Escanor, Nico, Edgar, and me that who are here today. So yeah, this is how these saves are working. And for the Twitter planning team, I think it's only like Zero and me, like formally, but I would like to invite Juanca, so because he's been supporting the Twitter team for a while now. So I would love if you could be part of this multisig, Juanca, and at the same time integrate you a little bit more to the Twitter team. And same thing for HubSpot. Actually, the most like long time members from the TEC are in this team. Mount Manu, Nate, and Dergaras. So I feel that we wouldn't have any trouble if we are the ones that are part of this Gnosis safe. So I'll touch base with you so that we can set this up. And yeah, I feel that this is going to lighten our workflow just by a bunch. So are there any more questions about Dework or any concerns that you have?
I have one concern, like 100% of signatures. Like, what if, I don't know, Drugadas lost his key? Then all the fans are going to be locked. I don't think, and it's a thing that can happen, right? Like, we all lost keys. So yeah, I mean, I would recommend lower it. Like, you know, like if you have three members, two. I mean, one can lose the key. Two is harder.
I agree. I think we should also increase the amount of people on the multi-sig and reduce the overall percentage required to sign. But I think that we can change that over time as well as we get new committed members in, and so yeah. So
yes, but on the short term, I would probably think of maybe adding like a Steward. Septi from transparency, like I couldn't think of someone better because of the transparency context. So yeah, I agree. I'm gonna set this up for next Monday to raise it as a topic, and this way we don't need 100% of the signatures. So yeah, it's and I mean, it's not that we don't trust contributors, right? But accidents happen. We actually saw it during the hatch that some people requested their trusted. I mean, their commons C-stack tokens. Sorry, I haven't heard C-stack tokens for a while, but C-stack tokens in Impact Towers were burned from wallets that were lost, and they were minted again for these contributors that expressed this concern. So sometimes this can happen, but some other times like it doesn't, and it really like locks all of the funds. And this is a risk that we would like to avoid. So let's integrate, if Septi, if you don't mind, I would like to integrate you as part of these multi-sig wallets, and also leave that paired signature, or maybe a couple of signatures if you think it's better.
I mean, I don't mind support, but yeah, I really think 100% is wild.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, I'm happy to be on that as well, but another concern that I had was I just need to be sure that somehow my so this is it seems like it shows up a lot like ZenHub in some way, right?
Yeah, it works like ZenHub, but I feel that the whole difference is the Web3 integration, and also Discord. I feel that tool could be also expanded in many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, that I want to say one word for the tool you first showed. You know, I was imagining something exactly like that for communities, like per city or globally, from there, like having their servers like rock community and also like other stuff. But for this one, I would say just recently, yeah, I try to illustrate, you know, all that initially with one DAO, and there is 0x Habitat HPT, and they got this incident for their team multi-sig. I will maybe share the report too. And now, what happened was like like for each token there, or when they're actually on exchanges, they had to make transfer those funds out and not leave on the accounts and stuff. But there was no automation for that, like again manually, and if they had the tools. So like I also haven't seen like proactive approach, like hey, even in that incident, I'm not like talking like that, but just like learnings, not by mentioning a name or something, it doesn't matter, but it's like general notion of maybe, healing that even in that case would be good pros.
Actually, streamer, if you could share like any kind of information that you have on that case in the Gravity channel. Juanca and I love to study just like conflict in other communities because actually like that's what the Gravity working group does, spinning around like conflict management and all of this because these cases are sometimes worth taking a look and asking like how we can prevent this kind of stuff happening, especially around trust. So yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Without forgetting, I was gonna ask one thing: are you making sure that like people in multi-sig members having like all secured, like having ledger or whatever that takes as a best practice, or like do you have like some process for that, or would you develop something? I want to, because like make a good start in all that, and want to also join that maybe security.
So far it's just like being completely honest, and I get why this is a raising concern. Also, that big looking back at what Nate and Septi mentioned. So far, the only thing that we have is pretty much like trust in the members, right? Like we like yesterday when we onboarded guys from the animation team, we just like went very like into why is it important to store your private keys in a safe place. Why is it that storing them digitally is not very convenient? So far we just have like good practices, but I know that sometimes this isn't enough, and people sometimes make mistakes. So yeah, I feel that this measure of adding stewards to these multi-sigs could also be like a preventive measure for this. Yeah, thank you for expressing this concern.
If I could add a little note to that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Nate. And I think
just
Zero wanted to add something after.
Yeah, sorry, Zero. Go ahead.
No problem. I'm exercising my patience lately because I need more and more. I just wanted to ask, when can we think around creating a Dework page for the Twitter team?
Maybe since
time?
there's not gonna be a Gravity call, maybe we could get together during that time if it's not late for you.
Yeah, I was also
Okay, let me
interrupted
check the calendar.
in my question because I was going to ask. I see a HubSpot team here, but I don't know who that is fully, yet. So it'd be nice to talk to folks about that. Is that what
it's mostly the four of us.
availability thing is for? Okay.
Oh yeah, and the availability was to just check in and set this up. But ideally we would be syncing on Mondays. If some of you, I mean, I know that most of the four of us are in the Americas, but if for some reason it's too late or you can't make it, we can discuss moving it to Tuesday morning maybe. So even before this call would be a good option. I'm sorry, Nate. Let's go back to you. Sorry, we only have 10 minutes left of the call. So yeah, let's.
I just wanted to stress the importance of the concept that you just brought up, because I do think that with the multi-sigs, trust is a core component for mutual monitoring within our community. If we have if we have a lot of standards and procedures in terms of key management, wallet management, it kind of puts a wrench in the works a little bit and makes things work a lot slower. And so the idea is that we just kind of have mutual monitoring. We look at making sure that each one is abiding by the rules, and each person on your multi-sig is abiding by the rules. And if they're not, we move to kind of graduated sanctions. So just making sure that that is really put into the details there.
Okay. Also, Nate, I'm gonna send you a link to the document where I'm writing all of the feedback. It's a hack and be. They like these guys check it like 3 times per day. It's
could we set up a meeting with them?
Yes, of course. Actually, cool. they would like to set up as many meetings as possible. So yeah, I mean they're doing great things with our feedback. So yeah,
I'm also down for
let
this
you know
too.
about that.
You know, because I think I think a few months back I had written out some basic security guidelines that I had thought we should be looking at just in general, and so I'm also interested in that.
Yeah, the security management practices, right? I've been keeping this document handy like for a couple of months now.
I guess I've also been aware that, and I think I've recommended a few times that we have like a system administrator layer here where we have people who know the underlying technical components of multiple aspects of the token engineering commons. So if a steward gets out of, their depth or whatever, there can be some help, you know what I mean? And that might include, a multi-sig connection as well. So, anyway, that's all.
I'll talk to Lonis to see if he's available tomorrow for the call where we're setting it up. Maybe if he can like guide us through. I'm missing like 1 or 2 features that we could be already implementing. So yeah, I'll let Lonis know about this. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly go through the some of the status that the teams are having. So far the T Academy is working in just building like a guide, a content guide, and this is to put them like into context of everything that goes on in the T Academy community, and also we are also like onboarding them to the call that we're gonna be having on the 19th with the T Academy. So yeah, hopefully this can be a step in which they start getting how they work and actually start getting like more hands-on with their communications. So the actual bounty that where we're setting this is in the T Academy. So if anyone wonders like what the bounties that we added so far are, it's some of the retroactive bonuses that we considered for contributors. So yeah, it's we're also setting these up in the HubSpot and Twitter planning teams. So yeah, just so that if you were wondering if like what about like the time invested in all of this prep work. Twitter planning, same thing. We still have to set up the Dework and the multisig. Animation and video production, same thing. They are deep diving into everything we do, especially the reward system. And John Jonas, Alan TV, and Acid Laser are applying for being quantifiers. I'll talk a little bit more about this in my conclusions. But yeah, like they are like jumping into like directly hands-on for getting a better sense of what the quantifying process is. And the ultimate goal for this is to create an animation, an animated tutorial that is going to be maybe like a couple of minutes long. And this would be part of the orientation for new quantifiers. So instead of going through the same calls and going through the same questions, we're trying to build, we're trying to put together a tutorial that is just going to be easier for new quantifiers. Translations right now, it's starting also like a lot of our Gitbook content, and indexing some of this so that we can just establish an initial pool of languages and documents that we're going to be translating in our first stage. In yesterday's sync, we got contributors for Russian and Turkish also. Turkish was definitely in our radar because of the huge amount of Turkish users that Web3 has. So we're really excited about that, and also the translator has a lot of experience with OneHype. So yeah, we are working in classifying this content, and also for HubSpot, we didn't have a sync yesterday, but right now we are we're mostly like exploring around security concerns, and also preparing a budget for like the HubSpot subscription and everything that we're gonna be the resources that we're gonna be using for this team. So that's an update.
I'm also
sorry?
Turkish, by the way. I'm also Turkish, by the way.
Great,
like,
streamer. If you'd like to come to the Monday syncs that we have in translations, we're actually looking for translators that work in teams of 2. So I feel that you guys could both have a lot of insight into these translations.
Oh.
Okay, and okay, we have 3 minutes left. I'm gonna try to quickly go through the voting pamphlet. So this is something that we put together. Like like all of the stewards put a lot of time into this in the last days of last year. I'm gonna be posting a link to this if someone wants to like participate with further comment. But basically, this is just a summary on the proposals that we're voting on. As you know, most of the hatchers are very, very busy people, and they couldn't be present during a lot of the debates and during the parameters parties in which we collectively designed proposals for our economic model. So I put together this pamphlet that will basically summarize like what each parameter does, how each of these parameters affect the overall proposals, and there's this comparison between the 5 proposals that are going to be present in the runoff vote. So we would love having some feedback, especially if you are not that close to the process, so that we can get like some first impressions here, and yeah, have these comments implemented in time. So because we are starting to vote on Friday, the January the 7th. So this runoff vote, we want to provide as many information as possible for people that are going to be affecting this decision. So I'm going to be posting a link to this in the communications channel, and looking forward to some of your comments. Even if your comment is like, I don't understand like anything about this. This is the only part that I understand. This really provides a lot of insight, especially because most of the people that designed this are stewards, and we are like so like deep into it that sometimes we forgot that we need to present information in a more understandable and inclusive way. So all of these comments make a huge difference. And yeah, trace quantifiers. If you go to the general channel, you'll find a message by Mitch, where he is inviting people to participate in this part of the trace system. So if you would like to be part of this, and you're interested also in reward systems, please consider applying for being a quantifier. And okay, we ran a little bit short on time, and when we are in the top of the hour, but thanks everyone for attending this call. These